Charlie.
And I'm Cody.
And this week's episode of WX4 features
The Twotakes. Let's do it again.
Again, like this.
Yeah. Take two. Hi, I'm Cody.
And I'm Charlie.
And this week's episode of WX4 features
The Twotakes.
Welcome to the show, Chase.
Cody.
Gio
Cody.
of The Twotakes.
Charlie.
Oh, hey, Charlie.
Welcome.
All right, we're going to go straight into the question.
Yeah, there we go. Pass on the jitters.
All right. Ooh. What was the name of the first song you wrote?
As a band.
Ooh.
Jesus.
It might have been Shame? Was it Shame?
As a band,
Oh.
it might have been Shame. That's pretty upsetting, honestly.
Josh wrote the riff to the first song we
Let's
ever
not
wrote. as a
talk
band.
about that, please.
Is it out? Is it released?
Yeah, it's the first
It's-
single off the new record. That
I was about to say, no, it's not. It has been
yeah, it's been out
released.
since
Okay,
December
cool.
15th. Yeah.
If we're talking about like the first song that the band wrote, yeah, that was Shame.
And
This
it's out
lineup,
there.
this band, this
It's
everything.
out there.
Yeah.
World Wide Web.
Yeah.
Well, how did the band form?
Whoa. All right.
Okay, so funny story about that. When I was back home in Brazil, I sent an email out to a lot of different venues in Atlanta with a link to a song that was not recorded by the Twotakes, but I was like, yeah, the band recorded the song. Let's check it out. And Joe Warren from the Masquerade replied, and he was like, yo, Cody, you got the gig, February, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I need to start a band now. So I got back to Atlanta, and I knew Bo from a mutual friend, and then Bo knew Chase, and Bo was like, if you wanted bass player, Chase, and then we got Chase into the band. And I met Josh when we were in college, and he was tapping on the pool table doing paradiddles, and I was like, I only a drummer can do that type of crap. So I took him to Guitar Center, and he played a kit, and I was like, oh shit. And that was the start of the band, essentially.
So, do you guys have an album out at all?
Yes.
Yes, the
Where
first
can you
album,
find that?
Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. Submarine Races.
What do they need to type in?
Submarine Races. The Twotakes is the band's title, Submarine Races. So either, however you want to get there.
What about Facebook, Instagram?
Handles.
It's all the Twotakes, at the Twotakes. We try to keep everything exactly the same. So.
Even our Venmo's at the Twotakes. So if you want to donate $5 for absolutely no reason,
Venmo, at the
Donate
Twotakes.
now.
they did it for Cards Against Humanity. So
Yeah, I mean,
So, I've been wanting to ask this one. How did you get the name?
I don't know.
Originally, I wanted to have a two-piece, right? I wanted a drummer and a guitarist. Nothing more rock and roll than that. And then I started doing that for a little bit, and I was like, this kind of sucks because you don't have...
Any low end?
Yeah, and you're going to solo, and all of a sudden, like, everything drops out. So the Twotakes, two-piece, sounded cool. And you look it up on Google, and the only thing on the planet called the Twotakes is us, except for the Two Jakes.
Well, it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing, but Google was like, did you
There's
mean
no
this?
other bands called Twotakes.
There's no other bands,
wonderful.
movie, person, nothing. So it was like, okay, well, it's
Oh,
going to be that.
wow.
That's
You had a little
incredible.
clean slate.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
For a long time, though, Google was like, did you mean the Two Jakes?
And I was like,
And I was like,
We're like,
took a while to get out of there.
Dang it.
There was a time where, and I hated this period of the band, where if you Google the Twotakes, Josh's picture came up.
it was just Josh.
Just
All you saw
Josh.
was Josh.
And I was like, absolutely not!
Y'all are working on some new material now, right?
Yes. Album 2 is on its way.
Okay.
Just releasing the singles right now, as they come. But it's pretty much all done at this point.
in
Just
the
gotta-
can.
Yep.
Okay.
Got a few little
So
things to
y'all-
tweak, but
Are you on the road?
try to be as much as possible.
Do you all have a van?
We don't.
Cody.
We have a Kia Sorento. Kia sponsor us. We have a Kia Sorento.
Come on, Kia, sponsor us.
Sponsor us too.
Which
Hashtag
is,
Kia.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Whenever we go up to shows and like bands come in and they got like the truck and like the double trailer and they're hauling out like these big ass Marshalls, we walk in with a little suitcase that has all of our guitar gear.
Right.
just put it
Let's go into this.
Let's
Okay.
divulge.
So we use
Yeah.
no amps. We're 100% on modelers.
Mm-hmm.
We don't bring our own speaker equipment, nothing, no PA equipment or anything. We rely on wherever we're playing, and it sucked a couple times, but but we can tour in a Kia Sorento. We spent about 3 months this summer on the road, all the way out to California, through Florida, New York, all that in a Kia Sorento. We slept in it. We lived in
That's
it. We
what, a 4-door sedan?
4-door
SUV.
compact
Okay.
SUV. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was-
Wow, not a van.
not a van.
Charlie.
Which is, it's not that bad if you think about it. The only bad part is when you reach Arizona in the middle of the desert and it's 107 degrees outside.
And you try to sleep in that. But
Mm-hmm.
I learned a trick.
Which,
Take a shot of NyQuil.
Wow.
But yeah,
so
since we
no
don't-
amps.
No amps. We just use the modelers. I think I kind of, I started it because I already had the fractal and brought it into the band. And
How does it work? Like, I noticed that you would have like one tone and then another tone. I've never actually messed with that.
yeah, I mean, you can do pretty much depending on which one you get. And there's some have more limitations than others.
Do y'all spend hours tweaking the tones?
You can.
We do.
I mean, Gio and I have sat there for hours before, just like, oh, but this might sound cool. But some of them have hundreds of amps on them, hundreds of cabs, and the cabs make so much difference. And you got to like tweak all this, and then you get into the effects. And
We sat at the studio with the decibel meter. So every time we switch presets.
I was just about to
Yeah.
ask that because that's, as a sound guy and as a guitar player and a geezer, the thing is you switch to something else and it's
we walked into a gig one time, and I had my fractal. It was before anybody else in the band had one, and I set it down, and the sound guy was like, "I love those things, but do you have all your decibels and tones at the same level?" And I was like, I don't change channels, so yeah, it's all the same for me. And he's like, dude, I've had like cover bands come in, and these guys will try to have like, this guy wants the White Snake tone on this song, and then the Def Leppard tone on this song, and they're all different level.
They should have a leveling button. Like, okay, I made all the preset, and then boop.
Yeah, you should be able to group them and then be like, don't make any of these louder.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
But
You hear that?
hey,
Digital world designers of stuff,
make groups and then levels. And,
right? Am I not
endorse
right?
us.
Oh my goodness. 3 of us.
Three
In the
of
room.
us have been a bass player for the same band. Do you know? Answer that question. Who?
3 of us have played.
In
I've
this
been
room,
it, you've been
currently.
it, and he's been it.
Oh, I
Who?
love this.
What
I'm
band?
sorry. Do this.
Name that band. You did it one night?
One night.
Mm-hmm.
Did I only do it once?
Mm-hmm.
Did we rehearse here?
Yeah.
Hunter Grayson?
Hunter
Grayson.
Hunter Grayson.
Band.
Hey!
We have all done bass duty. And even Clay, of course,
Even
has done,
yeah.
The
has
guy
done
that
bass
sits in there.
duty.
Yeah.
Anyways, what was the first instrument you learned how to play, Gia?
I'm originally a drummer, so I started playing drums when I was 4.
Really?
And then girls don't give a shit if you're a drummer. So I was like, oh, let's pick up guitar. Not actually for that reason. My brother was a guitarist, and I always thought it was cool. So I learned how to play the E chord, and for like a year I played that, and then picked up singing after. Just wanted to do that. Thanks, Chase. I will not be
Hold on,
cussing.
We will. He just wrote a little note saying, "Cussing, scratch." Anyway, so you started on drums though, right?
Yeah, I'm a drummer.
Okay.
Which helps a lot, especially because I'm the rhythm player of the band, it gives you the percussive thing.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah. So on Shame, like the solo on Shame after the first chorus, that's
spot on.
I thank you.
Is what
Usually
it
is not, but
It was a strumming solo?
it was a strumming solo.
No, which
That little funk
The-
riff. So,
Yeah, it was like a strumming
Yeah.
solo.
Yeah, it was. It's very loose in the hand because that's the,
Yeah,
you
we
know,
were
hi-hat,
we
you
were
know.
digging it in the control room. It was-
Thank you, and I hope the rest of the world digs it too.
Oh, they will. It was pretty tight.
But at the end of the day, I think like if you start like Chase, if you start playing an instrument and you move something else and that becomes your primary instrument, you pull a lot of influence from that. 'Cause Chase is a good bass player, probably because he was first playing a lot of lead guitar, and a lot of what the bass lines are in the Twotakes is it's very forward. Like the bass is not just holding down the line of the song; it's actually doing a bunch of stuff.
Right.
Which is why if you ever see Chase Brown playing live and he is moving around as much as he is, but his eyes are glued to the fretboard, that's why. He's playing through the fire and flames, but he's also funking. I said funking.
Yeah, no, I know. I didn't. I would have pointed at that.
Yeah.
Every time you hear this on this,
If you hear, I'm telling
That's-
Gio not to cuss.
it's so hard.
Y'all didn't make any hard copies.
Not of the first album.
No hard copies.
None.
Why would you applaud that?
Oh, you don't make hard copies either?
No.
Oh, switch places with me.
Yeah, but
Oh, then y'all high five.
no,
Yeah.
but geezers need high. We need.
Listen, man, we live in an age where you can get everything you want online. Why would you get? No one even. Cars don't even have the slap.
Well, how do you explain vinyl sales shooting through the roof?
Vinyls are different things about the experience.
Yeah, but the vinyl sales are not shooting through the roof. Actually,
Yes, they
not
are.
this year. Not this year.
Oh, is it already over?
It's sunk back down.
It's all-
There
I think
was a
Spotify
time.
streaming. It's the way it's going. You know, you can't fight it. You just got to roll with it. So
There was a time where geezers like us got caught, and we were like, "Let's make 1,000 copies." We have boxes of our old albums just sitting in boxes.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, we're at a time we don't
So-
even record albums the same way that we used to.
No,
You
no.
Because if you listen to Shame, the little keys that's on that wasn't a guy who knows how to play keyboard. That was GarageBand.
Right.
I was playing the Y and the U key on my keyboard, and that's the sound of Shame. You know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how you do it now. I mean,
Which is kind of cool because you don't have to go into a gigantic studio as an indie band just to record an album.
absolutely.
we didn't
You can
record
come
on a
here.
single amp.
Actually, we're gonna talk about that later because I
Okay.
dig the sound. Submarine Races was recorded. The drums was in a closet in our college, and everything else was in the TV room of the residence hall of the college.
Right.
So,
I
is it
remember
the
that
best
time.
sounding thing? No, absolutely not. But the thing is, it's out there, and I think too many bands are just
content.
too many bands are like, oh, if it doesn't sound
Keep
like
it rolling.
Beyonce.
You gotta be
Get
dropping
out there,
constant.
get a really
Things-
crappy laptop and just record an album, you know, or get one of these.
Yeah,
I don't think that does that, but you know,
This
Look
is
cool.
what Sam Phillips was using in the 50s to use to
kinda see
record
the guts in it.
Elvis.
It's
It was
pretty cool.
pre-faders. Those knobs are the faders.
they probably made a plugin that looks like that.
They
Yeah.
should.
No, that's what I'm
They
saying.
should. Gosh, that'd be nice. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out here.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you guys.
So
anything
what's
you-
the song that's about to play next?
Yeah.
Shame, the new single.
Shame.
It came out December 15th, so it's the new one out there now. Or
Is there a video or anything for it? Yet?
there will be
Yeah.
Will be?
Okay. next week or this coming week. We're recording
Well,
This is
Oh,
not
yeah.
next week anymore.
in the future.
And when you watch this,
It'll be in the
weeks
past.
ago, we did a fan shot video for Shame, and that's up now. So that's so weird to say. Futuristically, yes, there is a
You're
video.
talking
To
Where
to
will they
yourself in
find
the
that?
future.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're gonna have promos all over the place. Just
Maybe we'll link up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Go to Google, put in the Twotakes Shame. It's gonna be the first thing that pops up.
Is this going to be like on YouTube or anything?
yeah, this is all.
So when you're on
Facebook,
YouTube, the link to the video will probably be
down there.
down there.
And
Unless
if it's
YouTube-
on Facebook, it'll probably be up here.
Oh,
There will be a
Facebook
link.
is up there.
Yeah, that's true.
interesting. Oh, that is up
I
there.
have no idea what y'all are.
And if it's Instagram, we can put a non-clickable link down there. You know, if you want to not click on
I
something.
mean, Instagram.
That's what I said. Instagram. I said if you're on Instagram.
We do that, right?
We do Instagram. Now, what I love about it is Charlie has nothing to do with the social media, and so I can do so many things to him. 'cause
I'm the
I'm in
janitor.
control of most of it. But we took a picture with Revel and Romance last week, and we did a whole group shot on the stage, and we all looked great. And then Charlie's standing there like,
As you should.
I'm geezer dumb.
and I posted it on the Instagram story, and I circled his face and said mugshot question mark. And posted it, and he can't even fight back.
It's just hard being a geezer, okay?
All right. Well, next week, same place, same time.
You want to believe that your hatred never feeds off of my healing. That I can see a spark like your body was the dark and all between it. And I believe in truth, but there's nothing true to you, and that's a reason that I should have kept. And maybe tired of lying, want me secrets to confide. I've been sleeping while you made your bed. Ain't it a shame now? We try to make it seem as good as it can be, and it's a must to clear. Oh, no. it all, could I believe it? Oh, and I could see a spark like your body was seducting all between it. They're standing by the wall like the time you had it all, and that's a reason.